One shot. Let's begin. Hetalia, a cold cradle doujinshi by Idu Roku. Translated and uploaded by Kexi Cake. Alright, so for anybody clicking on this video for the Hetalia part, on this channel, I read and react to one shots. I don't really know much about Hetalia. I do most of these one shots blind, and so I grew up in the time of Hetalia, but I was never really into it, never tried it. So today's also America's birthday. It's the 4th of July, and so America's going through a really tough time, and so America x Russia seemed oddly appropriate, and I just wanted to find something that had America in the title here. So hopefully America starts to correct itself and go on the right path, because this is going to be in the history books for sure, for all the for the world shifting events and just the change in the way of America's life. And I don't want to get too much into it, everybody. With all that being said, let's begin. I did look up some of the characters so that way I could hopefully identify them, as I don't know, and I'm pretty sure they all have accents. But let's begin. A Cold Cradle. APH Unofficial Handbook. Rush X USA. Okay, I'm guessing this is Russia. Let's zoom in. Come on. There we go. Listen up, America. Even if it's just for a second, if you start to feel like you can't make it, you need to get picked up right away. Because to force yourself to keep going is the most dangerous thing you can do. I get it, I get it. I've heard you tell me that so much. I'm getting calluses in my ears. Don't worry, I've already tried this tons of times. This time, I'm definitely gonna make it though. Yeah! It's because of the mentality of yours that I'm worried. For Pete's sake, you're always doing this sort of thing and ignoring people's concerns. No! Please stop lecturing me right when I'm about to leave. Jeez. Please, be careful, okay? I know. Bye. Bye. Once every few years, I challenge myself to cross the Arctic all on my own. Drag. During this time in March, the average temperature is negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Through the continent over the frozen waters, I attempt to journey 2,000 kilometers across the Arctic. In these parts are glaciers that are constantly moving with the ocean's currents. It's a very difficult part of the Arctic. Even if you walk all day, you could be pushed back many kilometers. Sometimes, I'm swept away to ridiculous places while I sleep. The sound of the glacier squishing together in the distance. Crash, crash, whoosh! The sound of the ice cracking. Crackling sounds. The sound of the turbulent areas where ice collide and swell, undulating like waves. Sound like turbulent areas. Drag, drag. Ugh. Silence. And the sea that changes its appearance like a breath of fresh air every day. Whoop! It often feels like some kind of giant creatures. Being all alone in this kind of place, that's the challenge. Oh, I don't know who this is. I don't know what accent to do. I heard you can go to the North Pole by tour nowadays, so why would you want to bother hiking all the way? Jeez, it's England. Let's see. let me do that again. Yes. Okay, what's a British accent? I heard you could go to the North Pole by tour nowadays, so why would you want to bother hiking all the way? Jeez, England, can't you dream a little? The fun of the adventure lies in the challenge. It's boring to go there so easily. Plus, with having to pull over 200 pounds every day, it's a great way to lose weight. You don't need to lose weight. Okay, well, I'll assume this is... Big Brother doesn't see the appeal. I could never... Oh, I don't know who this is he? It must... It must be your youthful spirit. Let's see. Well, if you're really able to carry over 200 pounds... Oh, that's right. You're some kind of fitness junkie. But won't it be hard for you? No, it's this guy. Oh, that's right. You're some kind of fitness junkie. But won't it be hard, even for you? Not a junkie, I'm a hero. I mean, if there's a blizzard or the ice gets rough, or if I get stranded for a long time, no matter what. But didn't you retreat that first time because you ate all the food you had prepared? This time I'm bringing double the amount I brought last time, so it won't be a problem. But then, how are you going to lose weight? Wait, where did that voice come from? Oh, from me, Canada? Oh, wait. But then, how are you going to lose weight? Wait, where did that voice come from? From me, Canada. Who are you? If it's for me, I definitely choose the tour of all of us could even ride a hot air balloon together. Let's see. Why don't you come to Siberia? There are plenty of colder places than in the North Pole. What are you talking about? I'm not going just because it's cold. I hate the cold. Really? But the cold is a little nice sometimes, isn't it? How? Did I fall asleep? I was remembering something strange. Slurp. Oh, the coffee is cold now. Ugh. That Russia. What a shifty guy. I don't like the cold. I like warmth. The gentle spring sunshine through the trees. The scorching summer sunshine. Or a cozy blanket on an autumn night. A place where I could feel someone's warmth and sleep peacefully. There's none of that here. Although this place is rather beautiful, and in this harsh, icy world where other animals living, I'm no different than them. I'm just another being in the world. You were able to get what I said, right? Are you haunting my dreams again? You're such a dummy. I'm sure there are plenty of other ways to cool your head. You're annoying, even in my dreams. But, well, it's not about that. I really do like this place, and the adventure is exciting. I wonder if the real you would understand. Do you really think this is a dream? Huh? Ooh, wind noises. Russia! If you're really not a dream, you'll die if you stay out there! But the cold is a little nice sometimes, isn't it? Don't worry, we won't die in real life. Whoa! Puff. This is better. I can feel the heat leaving my body. It's cold. It hurts. It's freezing. I get it. The emotions I've been trying to not think about sometimes seem to swell up with the heat. So I come here to cool them down. Burst, rise. Good morning, America, Kun. Your pickup has arrived. So, you slept outside? You're a ghost. You're a ghost, aren't you? Your spirit has come to pick me up? What's this, America, Kun? You're younger than me, but somehow you've already lost your mind. No, of course not. Ghosts that can pick you up? There's no such service in Russia. I wouldn't have come today if Canada-kun hadn't asked me. Make sure to pay the charter fee when you get back. I know. Oh, we're almost to Cape Arcticheski. Really? I was so close. Well, if you keep coming here, you might actually get into an accident. I won't next time. I'll definitely make it. Foo-foo. You know, I'm the same way. I like the Arctic. I don't like the cold either, but this place, with its frozen sea and all, cuts off any unwanted feeling. So, America-con, how are you? Do you feel refreshed now? After all, you're really... No, never mind. I don't feel like telling you. Alright. An unofficial amateur translator. Cake or cakey? Ooh. Good day. I am but a lowly translator obsessed with Hetalia. I'm hardly even lower intermediate in Japanese, but if no one else is gonna translate these, I guess I will. So please take all my translations with a grain of salt. These are not official and likely have some error, especially my early work. Anyways, please feel free to share or repost anywhere. I don't care if you credit me or not. Feel free to contact me on my Pix ID. There we go. Nice. Good stuff. Well, you did a pretty good job. The only minor thing I would complain about this translation, knowing nothing about Hetalia and knowing nothing about the world. And this is one of the few things as an American that I will defend at the moment here, even if it's irrational. First, you did very good. Negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. But then 2,000 kilometers? What the fuck is a kilometer, man? And then we let the eagle soar, right? Miles. Let's put miles there. If this is America speaking, that's a very minor thing, and this is one of the small places of solstice that I could find as an American in today's times here. I don't know much about Italia. I did try to look up the characters because I know the fan base is rabid. And try to do like I think this is Eric Vale, and he did a very Shonen Jump protagonist type of voice when he did America here. And with Russia, I probably could have done a higher Russia voice here, just like that. So that way I could probably do that. But I teach a lot of East European people, some Russians, some Ukrainians here, some Belarusians occasionally, and then they speak a little bit lower here. But sometimes they speak a little bit like this, probably. So I probably could have done a little bit of a higher voice. And I mean, when it comes to the Hetalia class, okay, that's England. Didn't realize that. When I was looking them up, or looking up whatever, because I don't spend too much time on, like, I didn't do too much research. I don't know who this is, and, I really don't know who this is. And I thought this person was a woman, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if that's in line or if this person is a woman or not, but sure. And then the whole Canada thing just randomly showing up. Yeah, I don't know. Right, I'm not quite sure what these care. Hopefully, I did them justice in their own type of way. But yeah, it was fun, um, and I don't really know much about Italia, but I guess if I view this as a romance, and it's just like a small piece of a romance, it works, right? Because this person's going, and then he's dreaming about this person likes the cold. How much does Italia get into like the actual history of World War II and like politics in general? Because I feel like I'd have a lot more to say because I do study history and I do study politics, and it would be really interesting to view these through the lens of politics and like the actual social political relations between these countries. But I have no clue if that was the intention behind this, or if it's just like, hey, we're gonna occasionally reference politics while doing this, or we're just gonna turn these countries into people, and then we're gonna ship them. I don't know if Italia is a romance series either, because I really want to look at this through the lens of the series as a whole, and I probably should have done more research into what that exactly means, because then I have more to say about this. Because okay, if this was a vacuum and these characters were named, I guess we got to keep the names. What's a very American name? We'll go with Joe. We'll say Joe, and then we have Russia. We'll go Sergey or Vladimir. Vladimir. This was just a Joe and a Vladimir type storyline. I could see it being a little sweet and being one step in their whole form of romance in the future. Where it's like, okay, this is one small thing. You can see why they bond, why they like each other. Sure, I get it. And I think for that, it's solid, right? It's not the whole end game where like, oh, we're gonna love each other and do this, that, or the other. It's like, okay, we're gonna build up that romance as time goes on. And this particular scene, this happens a lot in like, it's doujinshi, not doshinshi. I don't know, whatever it is. doujinshi where one person ends up on top of each other. That doesn't really happen to me. I don't go in like, oh, I'm gonna fall on my bro here. um, yeah, and I don't know. I thought this was nice for what it was here. And I guess the arrogance of America be like, yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. Like, I'm gonna eat all the food and do this. Very, very American of all of them here. Um, yeah, and England being I don't know who these two countries were, but yeah, good on them, I guess, for just kind of being there. I feel like I would enjoy this a lot more if I read Hetalia, but that's a lot of work for just a short little video that's meant to, be part of my daily video catalog as I'm, just doing this for the sake of doing it, and especially for today, America's Independence Day. Oh man, oh man. Well, let me not get into that, but yeah, I'm pretty. One of the things that I do when I study history, and I try to teach my students, is that history is not pleasant. It's a lot of horrific things happening one at a time. In our history, the civil rights movement was like, oh yeah, now we got civil rights. There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of this and the other. And I hope that as we're living through one of these times, that Americans and America can fight so that way we can live up to that ideal that we Americans say that anybody can come here and become an American. You can have an opportunity forever, or you can have an opportunity to be the best that you can be, and it's not just meant for the upper class and all of that. And that's what I hope could happen now. But of course, I don't know. I was pretty mixed about trying to do something quote unquote celebrating America at this time, but ultimately it can be patriotic, and it is certainly patriotic to criticize your own country. Anyways, good stuff. I enjoy this. I thought this was cute for what it was, and it gave me a chance to research some other things, even if vaguely there. And I think, yeah, I don't know if I ever watch Italia at the moment here because there's a lot of anime I haven't watched, but it's solid, it's cute, and I hope that the Hetalia people who are watching this enjoy this, and maybe they'll give me some direction to go into. Maybe I'll just do a whole month of Hetalia. I'm sure there's a million Hetalia manga, and honestly, I wouldn't mind doing a whole thematic week or a couple of weeks or maybe even a month of just straight up Hetalia content. As long as it's a one shot, because that's kind of my thing. Just because it could help me practice these accents a lot better than I normally do. Because like I looked up and because I thought this person might have been, from what little looking up I did before, might have been like Hungary potentially, and I looked up a Hungarian accent. It was a lot of like they were chatting, or it was just this one. Like she was chatting and had a little bit of a roll with her R. She was chatting and rolling her R's like this, and was relatively monotone. But the change she was making helped me really kind of understand a little bit more about the world, and this would be a good motivation to do so. I guess if enough Italian fans comment, I could definitely like do a shift in content for a couple of weeks, or at least a week, and see how it goes. But yeah, I also did this early because there's gonna be nonstop fireworks later, and that's a challenge in its own. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're safe. You matter. You're wonderful. And of course, thank you for being born, everybody. With all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and wait, like, comment, subscribe, and wait, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. That's what I usually say. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.